Right, okay, so what we have here is the KillerCase with the Simonini and a box exhaust that's based on the BGM box with the muffler underneath the engine. Lovely motor. So this pulls from very low down. This is an engine that I would like to tour on. It feels like it's got enough with 4 gears, enough torque for dealing with 4 gears, but it's not mental. Do you know what I mean? Compared to like something like an SSR, which is a highly addictive cocaine trip. This isn't. This is more like having a pint with your friends, you know. But yeah, I'm pulling for nothing, absolutely nothing. I'll open it up and it's just going. You can hear it picking the revs up, pulling straight up the hill. There it goes. That was at 6 grand, 4th gear, straight up a hill. It hasn't got any nasty steps in it. Yeah, it's not mega powerful, but nice, that's what it is. Beautiful. Considering it's pulling the Series 1 into the wind, that's not bad at all. Very pleasant. This is one of those engines that a lot of people would like. Again, it's dealing with a situation which is the engines that people actually need rather than what they want. It's not got, because it's got torque at low revs and it's only got a box pipe on it, it's not actually revving that hard. It only doesn't want to go much past 7. But loads of torque, so perfect to tour up. You know, it's not a race engine by any stretch. Beautiful though, it's responsive to the throttle whenever you want it. So it'll go now and I'm in 3rd. Straight up to 7. Don't really want to go much past 7 really. Perfect. Lovely motor, I like it. And again, it's because it's not water cooled, it's simple. Now, in terms of vibration, I'd say that's quite low. Seems like reasonably well balanced. There's a little tingle in my arse. Again, I would say this is sort of standard Lambretta level. But yeah, it's not at my hands at all. Little tingle in my arse. Nothing much through my feet. This crank is adequately balanced for the job it's doing. Again, it's not. This isn't a motorway engine at all. Well, it might be, but it's not. Its prime purpose. Its prime purpose is pulling through the gears and up and down hills. I'd say. You know, it's a perfect town scooter. It's not loud. It's got an airbox on it. You know what I mean? It's not loud at all. That's perfectly livable with. I think this is 28 horsepower, and that's what it feels like. But 28 horsepower, so low down. It's got gobfuls of torque. I wouldn't say the engine would be any better with tuning. It's perfect for where you want it. But this is a nice motor for that. Look at the diesely power up here. Perfect. That was so easy to climb that. Now you don't get that with everything. Right, okay, so this is the killer case with the Simonini top end on it, and this is with a TSR Evo exhaust modified. So that is really, there's so little compression because of that hole. It's so easy to start, really easy. Wonderful. So he's put a different exhaust on this, a different muffler on this TSR. Now it's got a bit more of a kick on it, but when there's a little tiny bit missing to the box pipe, so 32 horsepower, you know, not much to moan about with that either. So responsive, so out of every turn, you're not having to wait. Just richened it up a little bit, the carburation. Don't have to rev it through hard, there's no point revving it around the way. It'll pull fine without it. Again, this is another engine that's making up for the fact that you've got a 4-speed box, so yeah, you can just wind the throttle on, lazy. But yeah, it always feels like very responsive. It doesn't feel like it's going to spin out, but I know I could just pop these cars off whenever I wanted. Really would be no bother at all. Alright, for now, watch this, third gear. Easy, absolutely easy. But this is exactly the sort of power delivery that you want out of something. Particularly it's in a Series 1 or Series 2 with big fat leg shields. You need torque and you need a wide power spread. And this is delivering it. Obviously with this TSR exhaust you've got a big fat muffler on it, so you've lost the original style. Is one of the advantages of having the box pipe with the muffler underneath it, is it looked totally like an original bike that just went 3 times as fast. No, more, probably 4 times as fast as the standard 150. So that's it, pulling 4th gear up this hill and accelerating. I could obviously do a lot better if I changed down for that acceleration. But look at it going, it's just starting to go now. I'm going to have to wind off for there. That's lovely. Whatever you had for a TS1 before, just perfect. Oh, I'm enjoying this. So that was up to 110, that's like 70 mile an hour. And the gearing that's in it, it's not going to go much faster. Again, if you put a 5-speed in it, you'd be able to get probably a bit more top speed. It's got enough power to pull another gear. But the question is whether you want to go much faster than that. Right, that was just lifting the front wheel in first. Yeah, I love the delivery of it. It hasn't got the riding that GT the other day, it's got a right kick to it that sort of catches you out. This never feels like it's going to catch you out. It's just a delight in every gear. It's very user friendly because it's user friendly in the power delivery, but it's particularly user friendly in how easy it is to kick over. That's a massive difference. Do you know what I mean? From you're going to have to do some maintenance on it. 30 horsepower is not nothing. You've got to have a decent clutch in it. But the clutch in this is absolutely feather-light because it's got the Casa cover on it. You'd get the same effect with a normal LTH clutch and the chisel speed rack and pinion clutch conversion as well. All these things make up for a bike that's just an absolute delight to ride. This he's just reaching the needle on this, so you can hear it. It's a little bit woollier around town. I kind of preferred it as a town bike with the with the box pipe on it. But for hooning around up there on the lanes, can't moan about that at all. You know, not that woolly. All this club, the Flatliners, they shipped all their bikes down to Mallorca and spent a week, you know, with their mates, the whole club, riding their lammies around. Cost them 300 quid to get their bike shipped, and yeah, they had a right whale of a time, I think. So you can imagine riding a bike with this sort of power around freshly tarmac roads on a Spanish island. What's not to like, you know what I mean? So the question remains, who's going to get an engine like this? And I would say, obviously you've got to have £5 to spare, but if you've already got a tuned bike and you want to put a few more horsepower on it and much improve the power delivery with something that's nice and reliable, I like the fact it's all the parts are done to make it a simple, easy assemble kit. But again, this is another engine that I would say this is the sort of thing that a lot of people do need. They need a bike that's easy to ride. I would say that there's riding this around in the hills, I'd probably be I'd probably be faster on this bike, certainly in conditions like this where there's patchy water, than I would be on an SSR. Just because it does exactly what you expect on the throttle, and it delivers from so low down the revs. You're never having to wait for it to. So, for instance, out of this corner, look, just pull straight away, easy. Not having to really wait for the power. It's just there. It's like a better standard engine, really. Much better standard engine.